Hello everyone. So first of all, congratulations, because after watching my video you're gonna become an astronomer, because you can see, or like you can predict the future generation, how the future generation would be. So let's start learning the astronomers lesson. Yes, the mono hybrid cross. So, firstly, most of you think it is most difficult one, because all capital R, small y, capital, etc., etc., etc. So don't worry about that. So monohybrid cross, I'll teach you with a specific thing, so you will be able to understand very simple and easy. So firstly, let me start with the monohybrid cross. So firstly, let me start with the word mono. So what do you need to know mostly about mono? So mono, you can generally say it has one, single one, right? You can say it as just one. So actually, yes, of course, the mono hybrid cross, which a hybrid cross, like crossing, like forcefully crossing two genes. So you will call it as a hybrid cross. So mono, that means you're taking only single character. So here in the mono hybrid cross, we're gonna take a single character and cross it forcefully. So let's start. Firstly, monohybrid cross, as I told you, like considering only one single character. So we'll be learning about the dominant and recessive trait also. Firstly, I'll be teaching you with two examples. First example with a sheath shape, and the second example with the height of the plant. Okay, so firstly let me start with the height of the plant. So firstly, let's consider two plants. One is tall, another is dwarf. So actually for tall plant, you will consider it as both has capital T and capital T. So you might be asking why you're taking both of them has capital T. We are taking has actually a gene should be like a character should have maximum of two genes. So we have two alleles here. So for example, in humans itself, we consider in a female you'll be having XX, and similarly in male you'll be having XY. So similarly we have two traits here. Okay, for tall we are considering both has TT. You might be asking capital T, that is this one, the capital T and small t also considered as tall, but why are not considering this one? This is because here we are considering a pure breeded tall plant. Okay, so it is a pure breeded tall plant. What do you mean by pure breeded? Which means it is breeded to a both of them having a pure tall. So you'll be crossing them, so you'll be getting a baby plant having capital T and capital T. So it's a pure breeded tall plant. And similarly a dwarf plant, that is small t and small t. So here we have the parent plants now. So these are nothing but the parent plant here. Okay, so you will write it as parent plant. Okay, you just write as parent. So now you're gonna take out the gametes of the parent. So gametes. So what are gametes here? In the case of female, you'll be having some gametes separate, X and X, and for male you have X gamete and Y gamete. So these are nothing but gametes. So that's what we're going to take out gametes here also. For this parent that is tall, we'll be having gametes capital T and capital T. Okay, and similarly for small or the dwarf plant, we're going to have a gamete of small t and small t. So you got two gametes now. So now we're going to cross these gametes and bring out the F1 generation or progeny. Okay, both are same or like similar only. So when you cross these two gametes of the of the parent plant, so you will be getting the F1 generation. That is, so just match it out. So you can do it using the Punnett square also. I'll teach you about that also. So you got the F1 has capital T and small t, and again capital T and small t. So this is how we crossed it. You should never cross the same gamete of the two the same gamete of this. So you can't cross capital T and capital T. So you can, that means why you need two different genders. So if we are just crossing this two we are crossing the capital T, why do you need two genders? So better it's a fuse and produce a baby, right? So it can't happen similar to this. It should have a parent male plant and a female plant. So we got the F1 generation, that is the baby plants has capital T, small t, capital small t. So here the dominant trait is expressed, which means this is F1 generation. So if you ask you what do you mean by about dominant trait, so dominant trait you can tell it has a character, any character which is expressed in a first generation, it is known as the dominant trait. So these are the dominant trait. What is the dominant trait here? Absolutely, the tallness is the dominant trait. As I told you, you can just do it using Punnett square. So let me take this has the male parent and this has the female parent. So you can just use a Punnett square. So how will you draw? Draw the boxes, and you're gonna have a male gametes here and female gametes this side. Male gamete this side and female gamete this side. So what is male gamete has included? As my assumption, I took this as male gamete. So there is both a capital T, and small t are female. So just multiply. Again, like tables only you're gonna do. Capital T and small t. Again, capital T and small t. So all are things. So I'm just considering two of them which I needed now. So you got the F1 generation. Now when I'm crossing this F1 generation, which you can write it as selfing. So this selfing, you will get again the gametes. Firstly, you need to get gametes, right? When you're doing selfing or self-pollinating. So you need to get some gametes. So let me show the gametes now. Again, where did I get? So I took the gametes of this one, and small t has one. Capital T has one. Again, small t has one. So I got the gametes now. So after doing this selfing, first it has to separate it as gametes. So now I'm trying to get the F2 generation. You can just do this, but it's a little difficult. So you're using the Punnett square in this case. So Punnett square, let's draw Punnett square aside, or you can do the main as a main thing. So one has male, I'm considering one has female, because both are similar, it doesn't matter now. Okay, so now I'm trying to do selfing. So Punnett square, using Punnett square, I'm writing the gametes of male plant and female plant. So this side I wrote female and this side I wrote male. So now if you see, just multiply. Capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, small t, small t. So now if capital T, even one capital T if you see, you should mark it as the tall one. So this is tall. Again you have one tall small capital T, so you'll write it as tall, and you can have again one capital T, you'll write it as tall. You don't have any capital T, so absolutely it is small, so you'll write it as dwarf. Okay, so in F2 generation you got the following thing, as you can see here, these thing you got. So this is the second generation progenies. Those are capital T, small t, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, small t. So now talking about the ratios. So these are nothing but it is very simple. You don't need to worry about that. So let me talk. So there are two types of ratios you must find. One is phenotypic ratio, another is genotypic ratio. So these are the two types of ratios you have to find. Okay, so phenotypic ratio. So phenotypic ratio, pheno means it is nothing but the external character. You should only see about external things. So like tall, only tall and dwarf. You can say whether it's tall plant or small plant. So with externally what you can observe is nothing but the phenotypic ratio. So what you can see externally, so that is tall, tall, tall. So you got 3 tall. So let me write 3, and 1 is dwarf. So I'm writing 1. And secondly, talking about the genotypic ratio. So I got 3 tall and 1 dwarf. So genotypic you can't see. It is nothing but something internal. You cannot see it. Okay. So genotypic ratio, how will you find is like see what and all are different here or here anyway. So if you see, you have 1 tall here, both pure tall, you have 1. So I'm writing it as 1s2, and you have 2 hybrid plants, as you can see, capital T, small t, capital T, small t. So these both belong to same ratios. So they are capital T, small t, and capital T, small t. I'm writing as 2. And again, what is next one? Purely dwarf plant. So again, I'm writing 1. So these are the ratios. Again, let me have a complete summary about the monohybrid cross. That is, you're just considering the height of a plant now. So height of the plant, you have one has tall, another is dwarf plant. So you have two plants, pure blooded tall, pure blooded stout. You're thinking about gametes, and finally you're writing the again. You got the F1 generation. When you try to self the F1 generation, as you can see here, you'll get the gametes similar to this. So after getting gametes, when you try to cross again, so better crossing, I'm doing the Punnett square as I done here also. So I'm doing again this Punnett square, and finally I'm ending up with the ratios. So when you perform the whole things as similar to this, you'll get confirm of 5 marks without missing any half mark. You'll get all full 5 out of 5 without any doubt. I guess it might be little very tension, or like you still, if you don't feel like understanding, in next video I'm gonna make about the height, I mean the shape of the seed, and also I'm giving the link in the description. Kindly watch it. Bye bye. See you in the next video with the mono hybrid cross using the sheath seed. Bye bye.